What's up, guys? It's Tanner from Tanner Talks. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. Before we get to the podcast, I want to thank a special sponsor. YouTuber Gage Beast1n has one of the most genuine, funny, and underrated pages on YouTube. If you are in need of a great laugh, I highly recommend you going to his YouTube page. Thank you for listening to Tanner Talks, and here's the podcast for you.
Alan Kelly be like, oh, I can't see.
No! You fucking dumbass. Oh shit!
Prince the producer.
What is up, guys? It's Tanner from Tanner Talks. I'm joined here by the great YouTuber Gage Beast1n.
What's up, everyone?
Gage has been my longest friend. Pause. No, Gage has been my best friend since about kindergarten. And big NFL guy. I mean, he likes other sports. He likes NBA. He likes other things like that. But I figured with all the stuff that's going on today, and that we'll talk about some of the trades and just some of the other signings that we've gotten. So,
yeah,
Gage is a Los Angeles Chargers fan, and I want to talk to you about you guys losing Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers just signed a 1-year, $25 million deal with the Colts. How do you feel about that? And, what's kind of your emotions about it? Are you happy or?
Well, first off, I'd like to start with this. Fuck you, Spanos. That's how we started. Dean Spanos, absolute piece of shit. Pissed on his father's grave. I don't like the guy. Anyway, never gave Phil any help. But Phil's finally on a good team now. I mean, we had good teams, but the Colts, I think, they have a really good young O-line. Their defensive line is good. I'm not sure about their linebackers. I know they have Darius Leonard, but he can't carry all of them. D-backs, don't know. But their offense is definitely very solid. They got a deep threat which Phil likes. But about Phil himself,
T.Y.
Yeah, T.Y. Hilton. You gotta figure out the tight end situation, but I love Phil. Obviously, he's been the quarterback since I started watching football. It's sad to see him go. I gotta be honest, I'm surprised I haven't cried yet. And that's being dead ass. I found out whenever I was making some cheese dip. I was making some cheese dip. I was turning around and I got a notification on my phone. It said Rivers to Indy, and I was like, oh. And my mom was like, what? I'm like, Phil went to Indy, and she was like, oh, that's a good team, I mean, whatever. I mean, she has her opinions, but But back on track. Sad to see Phil go. I'll probably realize it about like 1 a.m. today. I'll realize it. I'll go, oh damn, he's really gone, and then I'll play Madden with him. Probably lose, blame my offensive line, and then go on with the rest of my day. But no, it's very sad to see him go. Although I'm glad that he gave his all every game. It's very, very entertaining. I mean, there was a stretch from about 2007 to about 2012 where he was a top 5, top 3 quarterback in the league. And if you don't like it, then you're just a hater. I mean, I'm sorry. Looking at it objectively, like he had his turnover problems, but
What year was this?
I'd say from 2007 to about 2011, 2012, he was just great. I mean, there's nothing much to say there. He was making do with guys like Sei Ejiro-Tutu, Patrick Clayton, just Legadou Nane, dudes that you've never heard of, dudes that their moms probably forget that they exist. Like, these guys are just random dudes that you've never heard of, and he made them work. And it's just, I mean, if you don't like it, I understand you have your things about Phillip Rivers. He's a crybaby, whatever, he complains too much. I see it as passion, obviously, because I'm a little bit biased, but I can see his faults. The dude's just greatness. I mean, he literally is the Chargers. When you think of the San Diego or the Los Angeles Chargers, sure, LT comes to mind first, probably Junior Seau, but Phillip Rivers, he was great. He was great. He went on tears. I mean, whenever you went to a football game and it was the Chargers, you went there to watch Phillip Rivers. So
Yeah.
sucks that he's gone.
Yeah, I feel like Phillip Rivers was the Chargers, and it'll be strange moving off of him, but hopefully you guys can get Tom Brady. You guys are adjusting your O-line, fixing it. You guys signed who?
Ryan Bulaga rather.
And then who was the other one?
And then we made a swap, Russell Okung with Trey Turner of the Panthers.
So you guys are trying to fix your O-line up a little bit and add in empty holes, and I feel like that's kind of catching Tom Brady's eye a little bit. And if he can get to the Chargers, which have at least a decent O-line, with Keenan Allen as a slot man, with Mike Williams, with Hunter Henry, that's a dangerous offense, man.
Yeah,
That's something to reckon with, and I feel like you guys could be contenders in the AFC. I don't know if you'll beat the Chiefs. I don't know. I feel like you could beat the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens are a playoff team as of right now. Will Lamar Jackson win a playoff game? Of course, he's going to win a playoff game. It's bound to happen.
yeah.
And
But
Jim Harbaugh is a very smart coach.
it's
And
great.
so, but yeah, I do feel like you guys can definitely be contenders. You guys will be definitely more serious than the Titans, So hopefully Tom Brady goes to you guys. I feel like it'd be great for him post Patriots.
Yeah, like if he still wants to win, and like if he wants it to be like, Bill Belichick didn't make me, I made him. Best place would go is to go somewhere in the conference and win. And I think if he came to the Chargers, I mean, you definitely have to take it serious. He protects the football. Yes, he's not as good as he once was, but I mean, we saw Peyton Manning get carried by a defense not too long ago. Played against the Panthers, where he relatively had to do zero, and he won a Super Bowl. So, this could be the same thing. No one dogged on Peyton Manning for that, really. But now we're dogging on Tom Brady? Yeah, right, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just got a notification about the Chargers and Brady. And no, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up.
No, I just want to know what it is.
Okay. Jim Trotter tweeted 27 minutes ago, "I've been saying for 2 days I believe the Chargers are the best fit for Brady, and I still believe that. But I'm told that the Brady camp has led the Chargers to believe he is going to stay back east because of family considerations. Hashtag stay tuned. The Chargers made a serious run at Brady, but barring a change of heart by the quarterback, the team believes it is out of the running for him."
I mean, it's
That's obviously, it's Jim Trotter. I don't know his credentials. It was just on Bleacher Report, and I figured I would say it as we speak about it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a thing. I mean, he could stay east, go down south, suck with the Buccaneers. That'd be cool.
The Succaneers.
Yeah, but if he wants to win,
is Mike Evans and
dude, Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson are definitely a nice pair.
are they better than Keenan Allen and Mike Williams?
No.
I think so.
No, you're trolling. You're trolling. Why are you trolling? No, they're not. There's no way. Mike Evans is a great receiver.
Yeah, he's cold.
Yeah, but Deshaun Jackson,
Tight end body, wide receiver skill.
yeah, no, they're definitely a good duo down there. But yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll go down there. I mean, he can go to the Buccaneers and not win, and then people will
that's
say that.
crazy.
You know.
3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in one division: Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, and that's it. I mean, Ryan's a Hall of Famer, I think. He's a Hall of Greater. He's an Eli Manning Hall of Famer.
He needs to do more. I mean, winning an MVP is nice, but blowing that Super Bowl lead,
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
he needs to do more.
Who's the fourth team in that division? Fuck.
Panthers.
Yeah, which, well, I guess they got their Hall of Famer today too.
Yeah, right.
But well, moving on. Jason Witten signed a 1-year, $4.75 million deal to the Raiders.
Yeah. So let me just encompass what the Raiders have done so far in the free agency. That's it. They've done nothing. Who cares? Marcus Mariota's not going to start there. They're going to keep Derek Carr, because even though that Derek Carr, I don't know why people are shitting on Derek Carr. I like Derek Carr. He's a good quarterback. I don't like playing him because he's good. Mariota, whatever. One of them will be the backup to the other one. It's not changing life there. Jason Witten, he's really going to help them become a championship team, so that's going to be scary.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, he can probably do the broadcast duties for the Raiders, but I don't know if he can play. I'm not worried about it.
Since we talked about it already, Marcus Mariota went to the Raiders. how do you feel about that chemistry in the Raiders locker room now? Maybe not locker room, but between, is it Mayock?
Mike Mayock, John Gruden, and probably Derek Carr.
Yeah,
right?
and Marcus Mariota, that little four. Obviously, adding Marcus Mariota is stirring the pot up a little bit with the main three.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna cost. I mean, it's hard to like when the person above you who signs you, like, or the person who is your boss, if you sense that they don't have faith in you, I mean, it's not great. I mean, me personally, whenever at my job that I work at right now, there was a time of turmoil in which I didn't feel like my boss had a lot of faith in me. I was like, damn, this sucks. I don't, you don't feel welcome. You don't feel like you want to be there. And you can obviously rebuild those. It's not like any bridges burned between my situation and the Raiders. I don't think the bridges have been burned yet, but they're starting to get some kindling, and they might find a lighter.
Right.
So, I don't know. Marcus Mariota's role needs to be stated and quickly, or else something could very well go awry.
Yeah, I think that if they somehow got Marcus Mariota starting over Derek Carr, that'd be the shittiest thing I could ever think about.
Well, then they could use Derek Carr for a trade piece, maybe. If they really want that.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't trade Derek Carr though. I don't think he's that bad.
I wouldn't put Marcus Mariota starting over him.
I wouldn't get Marcus Mariota in the first place. The Raiders have a different plan, I think, and I don't know. I don't understand them. I don't understand it.
I mean, you could be like, I mean, they're moving into a new state, new city, got a whole new stadium. They're gonna try to build up a fan base in Vegas. So you could be like, hey, we're taking. Did he win a Heisman? Did
Marcus Mariota did win the Heisman, I believe.
You'd be like, former Heisman winner Marcus Mariota is gonna lead our team. Or you can just be like, he was disgraced in Tennessee. Now we're gonna bring him back. Yeah, in Oregon.
Yep.
Yeah, so now, I mean, they could use that. They could use that
2014
as a rallying flag of like, hey, this guy's young. He won the Heisman.
Las Vegas.
We're gonna rebrand him, and he's gonna lead our franchise. They could do that. That's not terrible.
Right.
But I think the Raiders fans love Derek Carr. You see how much passion he plays with. I like Derek Carr. I hope they do the right thing. Because I don't want to see Derek Carr go the way of his brother, because that's just not right. Derek Carr is a good quality starting quarterback in this league. He definitely deserves a starting quarterback role, and if the Raiders don't want him, well, then some other team will take him. And the Raiders will be like kicking themselves in the ass.
Yeah. Let me switch to this. Teddy Bridgewater went to the Panthers for a 3-year, $60 million contract, meaning that Cam Newton is likely to be traded, and the Panthers posted. Excuse me for 1 second. The Panthers made a post, and it was saying how they feel like, or that they said Cam Newton up. Yep, here it is. The Panthers said that they're giving Cam Newton the option to seek a trade, and Cam Newton said on his Instagram with his amazing words and his amazing characterizations, stop with the wordplay. I never asked for it. There's no dodging this one. I love the Panthers to death and always will love you guys. Please do not try to play me or manipulate the narrative and act like I wanted this. You forced me into this. Love.
Yeah, I mean, Cam Newton sounds like he's pretty sensitive or defensive about this. They never said that. They never said, "Hey, Cam Newton wants to trade, so we're going to let him do it." They made plans on signing Bridgewater. The people inside the team knew that they were signing it before they released the information. So they were like, "Hey, we're letting everyone know if Cam wants to leave, he can leave." And he's taking it to heart, which I understand. But I think he's just he shouldn't have commented about it. Maybe like it or something.
I disagree about that because I feel like same thing with Dak. And Dak, they kept saying, "Oh, we offered Dak this much money," and he said no. And that narrative that they're trying to build is saying that Dak is being greedy. And I feel like the Panthers are. This is like the base of that. The base of trying to make Cam seem like the bad guy, saying that, "Oh, it's not us that wants to trade Cam. It's Cam. We're saying if Cam wants to go, then he can go." But they're already moving off of him. It's forcing him to seem like he's the bad guy, and he's just addressing it right there, saying, "Hey, I'm not the bad guy. You guys moved off of me, and I'll always love the franchise forever." I feel like that's how it is.
I see that way. I mean, I understand how you can take it like that. It definitely does. You can see it like that.
Right.
But me personally, I think, I mean, Newton's been up against the wall the last 2 years. I mean, he's played awful the last 2 years. So I can see how he can be a little bit defensive about it. I mean, it's like, don't make me look like the bad guy. But I don't think that there's any bad guys. You know, like, hey, Cam, if you want to stay, we'll gladly take you. If you want to leave, you can go. Maybe they shouldn't have made a post about it, but if they told him privately, I feel like that would have been better. But, you know, I mean...
But I also don't think it's a bad idea for them to make a post about it, because what's the media going to do if they don't make a post about it and they see that Teddy Bridgewater just signed a contract? They're going to be like, "Oh, so what's going on with the Panthers and Cam? So then, like, the Panthers organization was saying, "Hey, you know, this is the situation, kind of," and then Cam wanted to just put it out there, "Hey, this is you guys that moved off on me, and that I want to be there, but I'm not going to be there and he's not going to be the second string to Teddy Bridgewater." Cam Newton's got an ego, which I'm okay with egos. I know a lot of people aren't, but I'm okay with egos. Like, not if it's hindering the team. There's leader egos that I'm okay with. I feel like Cam Newton's a good leader ego. Like, when you walk in the room, it's like, "Oh, it's Cam Newton." I feel like when Cam Newton's on his A1 game, that's someone that you could just run through a brick wall behind.
Oh, yeah. Top tier Cam Newton is definitely great.
But, okay,
Cam.
When I'm saying that, I feel like I should try to make this in a better perspective. There's Cam Newton ego, where you're Cam Newton, and there's Antonio Brown ego.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's
definitely
the difference that I'm trying to put into perspective. And obviously Cam Newton is not Antonio Brown.
Yeah, but I think it's good to have an ego like that, but I think Cam should, you know, like, obviously not talking about this anymore, but, like,
right,
should be a little bit more humble last 2 years. Last 2 years, he's not been great. He sucked.
Now, to be fair, he had the shoulder surgery, and then I'm pretty sure he had something wrong with his elbow too, maybe.
Yeah, going into this year.
Yeah, so I mean, Cam Newton takes hits more than anybody, really. Like, at the quarterback position, he just, I don't know. I don't know. I respect Cam Newton a lot. I think people tend to forget how great he is when he's at his greatest.
Oh yeah, he was crazy.
And
it was crazy.
You know, but you know, you've also said in the past that I don't remember who it was, but it was someone came in and he was going to be the next Cam Newton. Maybe it was Lamar that you said, but it was that first couple of years you don't know how to fucking stop him, and then people learn how to adjust their defenses to stop him, which kind of makes it to where they are, what's the word? Limited. I guess limited in a way.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's not the most accurate quarterback. Forcing him to stay in the pocket and throw, it shows off his inaccuracy. Yeah,
Cam Newton's one of the only quarterbacks that I've ever seen that can overthrow a 6'7" guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah. The Steelers, they restructured Big Ben's contract, and he is now on a 2-year, $68 million contract.
Yeah, wow.
What do you think about
That's
that?
crazy. Like, that's just way too much money. 68 million?
Yeah, 34 a year.
34 a year, and they're not giving Dak that money? Dak
is way better than Big Ben.
Dak's about like two-thirds of his age. He's a whole third younger. And here's the thing: it's like people, like we talked about Phil Rivers before. People are like, Phil Rivers old, he sucks, whatever, and that's fair. He had a bad year last year. I'm not. There's no disputing that. But people are acting like Ben Roethlisberger, a 38-year-old non-mobile quarterback coming off of like an elbow shoulder injury, is going to change life. He's not. There's no way. You guys don't have a first-round pick this year because you traded it for Minkah Fitzpatrick, which was a good trade, by the way. That was a very, very good trade. But
yeah, I'd definitely be happy if I was them with that trade. I would not be upset at all.
But honestly, take your chances with Duck Hodges, because Ben Roethlisberger isn't changing life anymore. He's not. He's Big Ben, but he's Big Ben. He's not big.
He's thick Ben.
He's not big as in I'm taking over the game. He's big as in I'm kind of fat because I had elbow injury, and I suck now. He's not gonna change his life. He's not gonna fucking do something that you've never seen before. He's old. He's 38. He's immobile. He had a throwing arm injury.
His last season that he played a full season, which was 2018, he had 5,129 yards. He had 67% completion percentage, 34 touchdowns, 16 interceptions.
I mean, he's had good years. Obviously, he's a good quarterback, but he has no Le'Veon. He has no AB.
Now they still do have what's the running back? Head cancer.
We know him.
Yeah, he's great.
He's really good. They have a defense. There's no denying that. Steelers' defense is elite, top 5 in the league. There's no gonna
James
Conner, but I don't even think who's their tight end now, because I know it's not Jesse James. I don't know if they have a tight end.
Does Jesse James still play?
Yeah, he's for the Lions.
Okay, keep talking while I look this up.
Well, when Big Ben comes into here, I mean, you guys saw him against the Patriots. Trash. He was 33-3, something like that. That was like the final score. He scored 3 points. Not good. And here's the thing, is that it's the same. You can make an argument with Philip Rivers. It's not going to change life. Ben Roethlisberger is not going to change life. Yes, he was a good quarterback. Yes, he can probably still play good. But on the Steelers, a team with a good offensive line, James Conner, who is a top 15 running back, and Juju Smith-Schuster, I mean, who we're looking at right now. Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, never heard of him. Vance McDonald's actually really good, so I'll give a pass on that. Vance McDonald and Juju Smith-Schuster, James Conner, that's a good triplet there. But having Big Ben coming back is probably going to be a hurt for this team. I don't see it going well. They're not going to have a good year next year. Their defense is going to play lights out, but their offense isn't going to score anything.
So you said they're not going to have a good year this coming year?
No, it's going to be like the Bears.
What's the record going to be?
If I had to guess, I don't know if Mike Tomlin will let them tank. I doubt they will.
Nah,
I doubt he will. So, I mean, they'll be competitive. Like I said, they have a great defense.
Like 9-7? Or, well, no, because the CBA doesn't start this coming year.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be 9-7.
It's like 2 years.
Yeah, it's going to be like 2 years from now. I say probably 7-9, 8-8. They're going to get beat out by the Ravens, and they're going to be just not good enough to get a wild card. Now, 8-8, I think, is the best that this team can go, because I don't believe in an old, hurt, immobile, had an injury to his throwing arm, Big Ben. I just don't believe it. So, I mean, Philip Rivers is probably gonna have a better year. I think
Big Ben.
He's gonna be in a better situation.
Better O-line.
Well, that's arguable.
Yeah, you're right. I like Marquise Pouncey.
That's arguable. I'd say Philip.
Oh
Rivers.
yeah, never mind. That is arguable. I forgot about the O-line.
I'd say probably Philip Rivers and the Colts probably have max wins of maybe 11.
11.
And I think the max wins of the Steelers
9.
I'd say
8.
8
is the max that they'll win.
8. Now, since they are a very good, disciplined team, I think the worst that they could go is 6-10 at the very worst. It's definitely going to be 6-10, 6-10 to 8-8. It's going to be somewhere in there. But this year, people are going to be like, "Oh damn, maybe we shouldn't be paying Ben Roethlisberger so much fucking money." And then they're going to realize, and hopefully they don't go into quarterback hell, because they have too good of a defense to waste on quarterback hell.
So, in their division, it's the Steelers, it's the Ravens, it's the Browns, and it's the Bengals. 1 to 4. What do you think the rankings are?
I think they're going to be second, and they're going to have a tiebreaker over the Browns.
Okay. And the Bengals are first. Joe Burrow.
Right. If they're smart, they won't draft Joe Burrow. They should get Tua. Justin Herbert.
I don't think
that'd be fun. That'd be such a bungle thing to do.
Or they could. Colin wants them to trade their first pick.
I mean, they could probably get a good haul for it.
Yeah. He wants them to trade their first pick. I don't know. I think I would just shut down the Bengals franchise.
Yeah, I'll just send him to London or whatever.
Randall Cobb goes to the Texans. 3-year, $27 million contract. I think that's a good pickup. I mean, it's not DeAndre Hopkins, but...
Yeah, but I think that's a good pickup, yeah.
One thing, people... Austin Hook, one of my friends, he was telling me how stupid the Texans were to give up DeAndre Hopkins. And I was trying to explain to him that wide receivers do not control the game. They really don't. You can get a good wide receiver. In this draft class, there's a lot of great wide receivers that are coming up, you know? There's only really there's two factors. There's the line and there's the QB, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion is the line. Obviously, the QB is is what controls the game. But you can always find a DeAndre Hopkins. No, you can't. DeAndre Hopkins, those type of players, Julio's, DeAndre Hopkins, AB when he's not going fucking dumb, like
they're
once in a generational talent.
Yeah, you get one wide receiver a draft, probably close to that. Maybe one every 2 drafts.
Right, and they have to fall to the right place too. So, I'm really excited to see Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. Whatever it's gonna be, I don't know, but I feel like it's gonna be really, really fun to watch.
It's gonna be fun to watch, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a bittersweet kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna see, because they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna have a good running game. Because their best running back now is Kenyon Drake, and he's not.
I like Kenyon Drake.
He's good, but he's not. He's not. You know.
He's not 2017 David Johnson.
Well,
And neither is David Johnson.
That too, but he's
Speaking
also.
of the devil.
But he's also not a. He's also not like, oh, we got a game plan for Kenyon Drake.
Yeah.
Their offensive line, not good. So you can probably see a lot of Kyler Murray to friggin' DeAndre Hopkins when they're down by 30 and they score with about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That'll be cool. I mean, they're definitely going to make a highlight reel, but they just won't put in the score there.
Right. But back to Randall Cobb, kind of got off sidetracked, which is my fault. Randall Cobb, I feel like that's a good pickup.
Good veteran presence in the locker room to help a young, growing team and a young Kyler Murray.
Do you think that Deshaun Watson requests a trade, or do you think he stays in Texas with Bill O'Brien?
No, they need to get Bill O'Brien out of there.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Because I mean that trade wasn't great. They should have gotten a first round pick at the very minimum for DeAndre Hopkins, but I think it's not as bad as people think. Bill O'Brien is just not a good. He's just not good. Sorry, he's not a good coach. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he's a great family man, but he's just not a good coach. The way that they collapsed against the Chiefs should have never happened. If that's a Bill Belichick in there, if that's a fucking your guys' coach.
Mike Zimmer?
Yeah, if that's a Mike Zimmer, if that's a more elite coach in this league, that's not happening. But with Bill O'Brien, who's an idiot, it's going to happen. So they just need to get him out of there. They're starting to get a better offensive line. They got David Johnson, so that's going to help their running back core. Deshaun Watson's just amazing. They still have good pass catchers on that team. I like their tight end, but for the life of me, I can't remember his name. And they have a good defense. The Texans tight end.
Oh, shit.
I like him. He played well in the playoff game against the Bills.
Oh, fucking, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Owen Daniels, I think.
Is it Owen Daniels? No, I did those. Fuck.
I don't remember, but I know they had a...
Darren Fells.
Yeah, he's a tall black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darren Fells. He's good.
I like Darren Fells. Yeah, them losing to the Chiefs, I remember... You were so happy that they was winning.
Oh, yeah.
You were so happy.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you, dude. I was... Man, clean up on aisle 3. That was great. So happy.
Was you kind of like getting nervous the more they were scoring when it was still like a 2-3 possession ball game?
Oh, I think whenever the Chiefs tied it at halftime, whatever. Once that happened, I was like, yeah, it's over. That sucked.
Yeah. Amari Cooper signs a $100 million deal with the Dallas Cowboys.
Great.
$60 million guaranteed. They have Zeke. They have Amari. They lost Byron Jones to the Eagles. No, the Dolphins. He lost Byron Jones to the Dolphins. They tagged Dak. Does Dak deserve to get paid?
Tag Dak. It's the same kind of thing. I wrote it down here. It's the same kind of thing with Tannehill and Derrick Henry, where they tagged the wrong guy in both situations. They should have.
Why did Derrick Henry not get his money, dude? He totally deserves any fucking. He could have asked for the franchise, and Derrick Henry deserved it. He was so great this year.
They didn't get it. And with the Dak and the Amari thing, I mean, like we've said, wide receivers, they come every draft or so. You just got to get the right one, develop them well. Amari Cooper's great. He's top 5 wide receiver in this league. He runs some of the crispest routes I've seen. He's got hands like glue. I like Amari Cooper. I hated when I'm so happy he left the Raiders because I've pissed me off. Amari Cooper's great. They need to tag him, get Dak his money because Dak earned it, man. He's played well. I mean, 35+ million. Obviously, you make the arguments everyone has, but he definitely deserves
33 and up.
No one is saying that he doesn't deserve 30 or more. He definitely deserves 30 or more. He's a quality starting quarterback in this league. And maybe we'll see with the right coach, Mike McCarthy. Maybe it was Coach Clapp that was holding them back. Who knows? You can't really blame everything on the coach. Even though I just kind of did with Bill O'Brien. We're not going to talk about that.
He wants more money than Jared Goff. He wants more.
For sure.
He wants more guaranteed money than Jared Goff.
For sure.
And players that do that are actually helping out other players because it's resetting the market.
Yeah, dude, Jared Goff got the dumbest contract I think I've ever seen. He was not worth that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was carried by Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley got hurt, and now look at him.
The Vikings traded receiver Stephon Diggs for 5 draft picks by the Bills.
It's a good trade.
Yeah.
On both sides.
People who ask me how I feel about it, I'm perfectly fucking fine. I liked Stephon Diggs. The memories that I had when he was playing. Obviously, the fucking Minneapolis Miracle was my favorite memory of Stephon Diggs. He's a great receiver, one of the crispest route runners in the league. Top 5. There's Keenan Allen, there's Amari Cooper, but he's one of the crispest route runners in the league. But man, he was being a diva, and I don't like that shit. And it's not my team; it's my favorite team. But at the end of the day, I don't make the decisions. But me personally, I don't like when Diggs is being a diva, when his whole fucking Twitter page is just him memeing and deleting all of his Vikings pictures and all that shit. Or when he's on the sideline, when Kirk throws a touchdown to Thielen and Diggs is on the sideline fucking throwing his helmet and getting pissed off. And I don't like that shit, And I feel like that shit just puts pressure on Kirk Cousins. When I think it was the playoff game this year against the Saints, and was that the game when he was like throwing a fit and shit? Yeah, and he was throwing a fit on the sideline, and then Kirk was like going up to him, and he was like, oh, don't throw the ball to me. Play your game, don't force it to me. But that's still forcing it to you, He's not just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll keep doing my regular game. Kirk obviously wants Stephon Diggs on the team. He obviously wants Thielen on the team. He obviously wants Kyle Rudolph on the team. He wants any weapon that he has on his team. He wants Laquan, if that's what the new weapon is on that side, then so be it. But Stephon Diggs, at the end of the day, was being a diva, and he obviously did not want to be there. So why would we keep him there if he would have just fucked around and Anthony Davis didn't, forced a trade, sat out, did whatever to get out while we're paying him, or we let his contract run out and he just leaves anyways and we don't get anything for him. We got 5 draft picks for him.
That's a lot.
And
a first round pick.
And a first round pick, exactly. But one of my buddies is happy that he went to the Bills. He's not even a Bills fan, he's a Colts fan. But he's saying, oh yeah, you're just mad because he's gone and he finally went to a contender. I don't think they're a contender, but yeah. I feel like they're a great team. But they're not a contender. You can be a great team. You can be a contender. They're 2 different things.
Yeah, definitely not. I think it was a good trade for the Vikings. Definitely want to get any cancerous bodies out of there. I mean,
and I hate to sit here and call him a cancer because I really do like Diggs. I really do, yeah. But I don't like the distractions. I don't like the diva. I don't like that Antonio. I don't like the Antonio Brown factor that he was bringing in.
Yeah.
I don't like to call him a cancer because I feel like he is a really good guy. But I'm not going to call him a cancer. But I agree with you. So, but carry on. Sorry, I don't want to.
Yeah, a good deal for the Vikings to get a bunch of picks. They can use those as trade pieces later, or they can get obviously good players for them. Maybe trade up in the draft or something. But for the Bills, because I think that's what's mostly impacted by this. People are saying they're a contender now. They're definitely a very good team, I would say. But Josh Allen still needs to develop. He misses too many short and medium range throws. He's a great deep ball thrower. There's no arguing that. He needs to shore up his accuracy in the middle to small range, or short range rather, medium and short range. He needs to shore that up. He needs to stop panicking so much. You saw him in the playoff game. He just he got rattled sometimes. He, like the meme, he was seeing ghosts.
Yeah,
he
that was
got
Sam
scared.
Darnold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Okay, yeah.
Like the meme though, he was seeing ghosts. He looked like he was scared sometimes, and he definitely has the possibility to become a top 10 quarterback in this league. I think he can lead a team to the Super Bowl. It just takes time. This is only we're going into his first year, rookie year. So
Josh Allen?
Yeah, this is his second year. So this upcoming year is going to be his third year. Give him time. They still don't have a running back. I don't trust Singletary. Their offensive line is middle of the pack. They can definitely get that better. Defense is lights out. There's no arguing that. But yeah, no, they need to shore up a couple things on the offensive side, let Josh Allen develop, and then come to me about being a contender. Because if he develops well, you're gonna have to watch out for the Bills.
Right. So Chris Jones of the Chiefs just got franchise tagged. How do you feel about that?
I think that was a bad move by the Chiefs. Obviously,
I do too. Pay the fucking man.
He definitely deserves it. He's a game wrecker. I mean, you got to get 3 people to block him. 2 linemen and a running back. Maybe if you're lucky, the running back will get trampled over just in time for your quarterback to throw it. Chris Jones, great player. He's also puss. I challenged him in Madden on Twitter because he was near us in St. Joe. Challenged him on Twitter in Madden. Never replied.
Shout out Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, you don't want the smoke. I swear to goodness, right now I'll give it to you. I can use Easton Stick and I'll beat you.
Oh
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Anyway, that's just kind of funny there. But no, Chris Jones is amazing. Obviously, everyone's Chiefs like, yeah, we'll take pay cuts to pay Patrick Mahomes. But are you? Are you really? Obviously,
I feel like that was more offensive players. Like, oh yeah, well fuck.
Yeah.
The defense players don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like
they're tired of getting a shit on. They want their money because they proved it. I mean, they played well against the Niners. Tyrann Mathieu probably wants his money. Although Tyrann Mathieu, I feel like he'll take a pay cut. He might. He seems like he's all about football. But Chris Jones, they lost Kendall Fuller. Chris Jones wants his money. That was a bad move. You could lose him. Honestly, you could lose him because now you have to pay him top. That's what a franchise tag is. You got to pay him top dollar. So it takes like the top 5 salaries of those people played at that position, and then like it gets like the mean from that, and you pay him that for over the year. Well, he's definitely a top 3 defensive lineman in the league, top 5 if you really want to get picky. You need to pay the man, and if you don't get him a contract during the season, he might be gone in free agency, and I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins gets his contract extension. I was surprised. I saw that the Vikings wanted to restructure his contract, and he was saying no. And he said that he didn't want to restructure his contract. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I saw. And so I was kind of like, Kirk, come on, man. Like, if that's how it's going to be, then just go. Like, we're not going to re-sign you. So I was actually very surprised when we extended him. And, it's a 2-year, or it's a 3-year. Now he has 3 more years, and it's $96 million. That's what he's getting paid. Yeah. I was kind of nervous about it. I'm a Vikings fan. Breaking news.
What happened?
Tampa Bay is likely landing spot for Tom Brady with a potential deal valued at about $30 million per year.
Jeez.
Wow.
Hey, but good for Brady. I mean, no matter where he goes, he's going to get paid, and he's going to get paid $30+ million. Whether he lands in Tampa or in LA, he's definitely going to get his money, and he deserves it, man. He's been getting underpaid his whole career. So wherever he goes, he'll definitely get his money's worth. It's nice to see. It's nice to see good players get paid.
Yeah.
Speaking about not good players getting paid, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, he got his extension. Like I said, I'm a Vikings fan. I in no way want to be in QB hell. You've seen me through QB hell.
Vikings
I fucking hated it. Teddy Bridgewater was the light. at the end of the tunnel. That was my happiness. And then he got hurt. And then
now you got Kirk as the train coming through, about to close it again.
Then we have Case Keenum, which Case Keenum was a great system quarterback.
Great story.
Great story, yeah. And now we have Kirk Cousins. I like Kirk Cousins. I really do. I like him. I don't know why you don't like him. I don't know why.
No, I like Kirk. He's not my kind of guy.
Yeah, you like Phillip Rivers, which is so much better.
Well, I mean, he is, but
yeah, okay.
He is.
Yeah, okay.
He is.
Okay, who's richer? Yeah, all right.
Who has more kids?
Oh fuck. Who's got more fucking Pizza Ranch sponsorships? Shit. Yeah, all right then. But yeah, I'm riding with Kirk until we don't ride with Kirk. I'm riding with him. I don't care. I like Kirk. Kirk can sling that motherfucker.
Hey, Kirk is definitely a franchise quarterback, and maybe unpopular opinion, he can be a Super Bowl quarterback. He can definitely. I could see him being a guy playing in the Super Bowl, leading the Vikings. Now, would he be the leading cause why the Vikings are there?
No, it'd be Dalvin Cook.
No, but he'd definitely be a help. It's like, man, if Kirk didn't make a couple of these throws in a couple of these games, we're not going to be here. But it's also, man, if we don't have Dalvin Cook to just bully a motherfucker, well, then we might not be here either.
Right.
So I think if Kirk is a quarterback for a Super Bowl team, he's the third reason why.
I feel like it'd be like Dalvin Cook, defense, Kirk Cousins.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like us as Vikings fans don't realize it. This is on another topic. Us as Vikings fans don't realize it. But having Dalvin Cook is so great. Like, we found our Adrian Peterson. Like, we found him. This is our guy. Pay the man whatever he wants. Let's keep him as a Viking. Do I think we will? I hope so. I'm sure something will happen where he maybe wants to leave too, But Dalvin Cook and our play action, I love it so much, because so many people want to bite on Dalvin Cook, which opens up our fucking play action. And then we throw it in when people want to bite on our play action, but Dalvin Cook is already 15 yards downfield. And he's so fast, he's so shifty, and he's so big. He's big. He's pretty big for as quick as he is. And he's starting to turn into a great receiving running back too. And I'm so happy with him. That he can catch. Adrian Peterson couldn't catch, but Adrian Peterson just grabbed the ball and run through a motherfucker's face. That's all really he did. And I love AP. AP's a legend, and he's always going to be a Viking. But I'm so glad we have Dalvin Cook. And Adam Thielen's a great story, and he's a great player too. But above all, Laquan Treadwell
Always the go.
Well, man, I think that's pretty good. I want to talk about the GOAT.
Okay, I understand.
The YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Gage is a YouTuber. Gage Beast1n. I'll have the link in the description. He also sponsors this podcast.
I don't give it any money, but I shout it out, so we'll count that as a sponsor.
So, thank you for sponsoring the podcast.
Oh, no problem.
And talk to us about what do you love about being a YouTuber?
Well, it all started back whenever I was just a young boy. No. Well, it actually did start whenever I was a young child. I had Godzilla action figures, and I would record them on my little tiny Nokia phone, and I would record me fighting with them and provide the commentary. And it was goofy, but it's something I like doing. And obviously kids who were about 12, who are now my age, watched YouTube a lot. You had the Markipliers, the PewDiePies, you had all those guys. And as you grow older, you get maybe new acquired taste, and you're like, oh wow, I remember watching that guy. But really, making content is just fun to me. Like I love making moments, and I'll send it, and we'll get online and we'll start playing a game. Like, oh yeah, 2K moments 14. That moment, at the very end when Tanner shot that shot he missed, and everyone dove at it and it missed, and the computer got it, laid it up. It's just, that's funny to me. I love that. Part of what makes me happy is making other people happy. I love that. It's something so awesome. And I remember my YouTube channel started because, for the life of me, I can't remember who, but someone was like, hey, I want to watch you play a game. And so I had to make a YouTube channel. I just called it Gage Beast1n because that was my name at the time on PlayStation. Because my name on Xbox 360 used to be Gage the Beast. And so I was like, Gage Beast1n, why not? I'll put a 1 instead of an I because I'm cool. And it started from there, and that's it's gone into what it is now. I've been a YouTuber for 3.5 years. Don't even have 100 subscribers, but I mean, I don't do it for the subscribers. I don't do it for money. I do it for fun.
That's always, and that's how you know you get the most genuine videos, is that when you're making it really, the videos that you and I both made, I don't really make them anymore, but you still do. The videos that you and I made, it's really for us.
Yeah.
Like, we don't give a fuck if other people see it. We're okay with having the 10 views, and we know the 10 is our guys. It's Jake, it's Matt, it's Hayden, it's Ron, it's Stick, it's Nick, we have 2 Nicks, but you know, it's us, it's me and you. We're okay with having the 10 views and like the dislikes.
Anything over 20 is amazing. Like if I get over 20 views on a video, I'm like, oh wow, that video did pretty well. You know.
What's your latest video?
I just streamed earlier today some Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
That was whatever. My most recent video that I actually like made a Rainbow Moments 12.
I watched that. That was funny. I felt embarrassed when I walked through that door, and that dude, I was like, let's give me back, and I shot. I was dead. Look, he didn't even kill me though. That was bullshit.
I remember your first kill. You were like, "Oh, I lit this motherfucker up," and it's you like that, and like he goes to the side of a brick wall, and you shoot where he was, and like you just see his body fall down, and everyone goes, "Oh," and you're like, "What the fuck? That wasn't even cool." Yeah,
Oh man!
yeah. But like see moments like this.
Yeah.
This is why I make YouTube videos, man. Like, and I've been telling you, I'll tell you all right now.
It only takes one.
It takes one. It only
I
takes
like
one.
that. I really do.
That's
with anything.
I don't want to call it a grind because it's not really a grind.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically, you know, it kind of is a grind. You know, I'm just making videos because I know one of these times someone will think it's funny. Someone will send it to someone else. Someone will send it to someone else. It's gonna spread and spread. It's gonna spread like Corona, and then boom.
You have the following.
Then I'm gonna have a YouTube channel, man. And you know, I've made videos. I've had videos that are over 500 views. You know, I got my mom reacting to the Super Bowl. Got him reacting to the Saints and Vikings game.
Yeah.
You know, I made a video about the flood here. That was like a year or so ago. You know, I've gotten videos with a lot of views. It's just I need it to stick. One will stick. Someone will pick it up. Something will happen. Don't know when. It may never happen. But I'm still gonna dream. I'm gonna hope it does.
Yeah, man. I love your channel. I retweet some of your stuff, and I like your videos. And even if it's something I don't give a fuck about, and it pops up, I'll just click on it, and I'll like give you my view. I'll like scroll. I'll like zoom, 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 give you my little view. But you know, the main thing is that we just need support in both of our lines of hobbies, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But I do completely agree. All it takes is one. All it takes is, like you said, one person sees it, gives it. They see it, give it. It's like a pyramid in a way, I guess.
Yeah,
like a different type of pyramid scheme. But yeah, man. Thank you for coming on.
Well, no problem.
And I really want to keep talking to you about, you know, football shit, and eventually whenever the NBA comes back, we can get the NBA shit going on and, you know, stuff like that. But everybody go follow his YouTube. Go ahead and say what it is.
Gage Beast1n on YouTube. It's just capital G, Gage, space, capital B, Beast1n, and it's like Beast1n, but instead of an I, it's a 1 because I'm cool.
Right.
You know what you should do? After the draft, you should get Jake on here because he loves college football. You should try to get Jake on here after the draft because I don't know shit about college football. So if you can get him in here after the draft, I think that'll work.
That would be cool.
Try to do that.
But all right, man. Well, we're gonna get you out of here. But thank you for coming.
Oh, yeah, no
and you got anything to say to anybody who's watching?
All it takes is one. For all of you out there, keep chasing your dream because eventually someone will join the race, and then we will have more and more. It'll become a marathon. So just keep going.
Everybody, thank you for listening to Tanner Talk. I'm joined here with Gage Beast1n, and we'll see you on the next podcast.
Prince the producer.